Rapid career demise when cops make fatal mistakes. Enter the field of law enforcement as we reveal the compelling truths about the swift downfall of careers. What causes police to commit deadly errors? In what ways do these mistakes damage public trust and affect communities? Come along for a voyage through the intricate world of policing, where there is a very fine line separating success from failure. Fatal errors can have far-reaching effects, ranging from misjudging threats to mishandling crucial occurrences. However, in the midst of the scrutiny and the fallout, there are chances for forgiveness and things to be discovered. Join us as we explore the intricacies of moral conundrums, responsibility, and the pursuit of integrity in law enforcement, encouraging contemplation on how we might proceed in the direction of a more just and equitable future. The thin line between success and failure. The thin line separating success and failure in the fast-paced world of law enforcement is a complicated and diverse idea that highlights the challenges of the field. Success in policing is fundamentally determined by one's capacity to enforce the law, preserve public order, and guarantee community safety and security. Officers must exercise a careful balancing act between judgment, expertise, and ethical integrity in a variety of settings, from routine traffic stops to high-stakes, perhaps fatal interactions. Officers must evaluate danger, diffuse tense situations, and make split-second decisions that could mean the difference between life and death. As such, every decision they make has weight and consequences. The truth is that circumstances like human fallibility, situational unpredictability, and outside pressures make it difficult to draw a clear distinction between success and failure. A favorable result in one circumstance can be viewed as a failure in another, emphasizing the arbitrary nature of success and the difficulties that come with policing a multicultural and dynamic community. The high level of scrutiny that law enforcement operates under further raises the stakes, as officers must consider the wider effects of their actions on public confidence and perception in addition to the immediate hazards associated with their work. Officers are therefore constantly motivated to strive for excellence while juggling the inherent uncertainties and moral quandaries that define their role in society. As the thin line separating success and failure serves as a constant reminder of the complexities and responsibilities inherent in the profession. Fatal mistakes. A sobering reality in the complex world of law enforcement, tragic errors underscore the fine line that must be drawn between duty, judgment, and consequence. These mistakes, which frequently happen under extreme stress or uncertainty, can have serious, irrevocable effects for all parties concerned. They could be caused by a variety of things, such as misreading threats, poor communication, or even structural issues with the policing system. When an officer misinterprets a situation and uses deadly force before it is necessary or fails to sufficiently diffuse a heated argument, the results can be disastrous, resulting in fatalities, damaged confidence, and irreversible damage to society as a whole. Furthermore, the fallout from a deadly error goes far beyond the immediate event. It gives rise to legal litigation, external oversight, and internal investigations that examine every facet of an officer's performance. Officers struggle with the weight of their choices and the effects on their own conscience and reputation, which has a severe personal and professional cost. However, there is a chance for reflection, responsibility, and change among the chaos. Fatal errors act as triggers for reform, forcing law enforcement organizations to review procedures, improve training standards, and promote an open and accountable culture. Law enforcement may go forward with a renewed commitment to serve and protect with integrity and compassion by admitting the complexities and problems inherent in policing and actively seeking to learn from previous mistakes. Accountability and redemption. Following a deadly error in law enforcement, accountability and atonement are essential elements of the aftermath that capture the complex process of healing, development, and trust building. Accountability is critical when an officer makes a mistake that results in fatalities, whether because of poor judgment, a breach in protocol, or an unanticipated development. It requires a thorough and open investigation of the events leading up to the tragedy, which is frequently a difficult and emotionally charged procedure. Mechanisms such as internal investigations, external oversight, and legal processes are employed to identify and hold accountable those who violate the highest standards of professional conduct. Accountability involves accepting responsibility for one's acts, but it also represents a significant chance for introspection, education, and, in the end, atonement. Officers who have made mistakes must face the consequences of their actions, accept responsibility for their mistakes, and show a sincere desire for self-reflection and personal development. To repair trust and promote reconciliation, this may entail obtaining more training, contacting counseling or support services, and making a concerted effort to engage with the impacted groups. Furthermore, the pursuit of accountability goes beyond focusing on specific officers to include more structural problems with law enforcement organizations, like insufficient training, institutional biases, or cultural norms that may encourage misbehavior or poor judgment. A concentrated effort is needed to implement significant reforms, advance openness, and foster an ethical and accountable culture within the profession in order to address these fundamental issues. Individuals and organizations can become stronger, more resilient, and more suited to preserve the values of justice, fairness, and public safety by owning up to and facing their previous transgressions. By use of the challenging yet transforming procedure of accountability and redemption, law enforcement officials might steer towards the resolution, mend, and revitalization of confidence in the communities they cater to. Lessons learned in moving forward. Law enforcement's tragic error lessons serve as powerful reminders of the intricate and varied nature of policing, inspiring reflection, assessment, and a dedication to reform. Every catastrophic event serves as a stark reminder of the vital need of careful investigation and contemplation, both to comprehend the particular conditions that gave rise to the error and to pinpoint more general systemic problems that might have played a role. Law enforcement agencies obtained important insights into areas for development, from training and procedure refinement to cultural shifts and policy reforms. Through internal evaluations, external investigations, and community feedback. These teachings support a culture of accountability, openness, and ongoing learning across the law enforcement community as a whole, going beyond individual officers. Furthermore, the act of reflecting on past errors acts as a trigger for significant improvement, prompting organizations to take preventative action to avoid recurring mishaps. This could entail putting new training programs into place, improving accountability systems, or stepping up community engagement projects. Law enforcement organizations can proceed with a reinvigorated sense of purpose and commitment to maintaining the greatest levels of professionalism, integrity, and public confidence by accepting the lessons learned from tragic failures. By means of reflection, adjustment, and an unwavering commitment to progress, law enforcement may pay tribute to the victims of past disasters, while directing efforts towards a future that is more secure, fair, and just for everybody. Within the intricate and multifaceted realm of law enforcement, the analysis of quick career demise sheds light on the difficulties, accountability, and outcomes that officers encounter. Accidents that result in deaths serve as sobering reminders of the high stakes involved in law enforcement and the heavy duty that goes along with it. These episodes have far-reaching consequences that go beyond individual officers to affect entire communities and damage public trust. They are frequently the result of a mix of circumstances including split-second decisions, human fallibility, and systemic flaws. But in the midst of the destruction and suffering, there's also a great chance for introspection, development, and change. Because accountability is both a requirement and a driver of change, it necessitates careful analysis and reflection. As a result, law enforcement organizations are forced to pinpoint problem areas, improve training methods, and cultivate an environment of openness and honesty. Furthermore, the profession is moving toward a path of constant adaptation and improvement thanks to the lessons learned from past missteps, which serve as vital guides for forming future practices, policies, and procedures. Law enforcement may renew their dedication to serving and protecting with honor, compassion, and integrity, while also paying tribute to the sacrifices made by individuals impacted by tragedy by accepting accountability, reflecting on the past, and making a commitment to significant change. It is critical that law enforcement organizations never waver in their commitment to preserving the greatest levels of professionalism, accountability, and public trust as they negotiate the challenges of policing in a society that is always changing. Law enforcement can become stronger, more resilient, and better prepared to face the challenges of 21st century policing by working together and sharing a commitment to development. This will ensure a safer, more just, and equitable future for all. Stay informed and engage with our ongoing exploration of law enforcement challenges and solutions. Subscribe now to join us on this journey towards accountability, transparency, and a safer future for all. Thanks for watching.